Okay, let's have some fun and games with Python. We're going to start off by showing random. So in games we have some random element. For a coin toss it could be heads or tails, dice, numbers 1 to 6, or in playing cards we have 52 cards and we might choose one when we're playing a game. So how do we do this in Python? Well, we can use random. So here we've got randomInt, randomInt, and in brackets 0 or 1. So this will choose either 0 or 1. Here we've changed it to 1 to 6. So now this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. And here we've changed it from 1 to 52. So this is going to be an integer between 1 and 52. So how do we use that in our games? So let's start off with heads and tails. Here's a function called coin. Create the random integer 0 or 1, and then if it's 0 we're going to print heads, and if it's not 0, which is going to be 1, it's going to be tails. So that's how we define our coin. How about a die? Well, this is very straightforward. It's just the same code but in brackets 1 to 6. So now we're just going to print dice and then d, our variable. So that's going to print any number from 1 to 6. With 2 dice we can just duplicate and copy our code and just print both dice. So that's going to print a number from 1 to 6 and another number from 1 to 6. Okay, let's have a look at that in action. Here we have the code. We have the coin toss, heads or tails, the dice and 2 dice. We've just put a for loop where we're going to call the 3 functions. You can run the program. You can see heads, tails, heads, the dice 5, 1 and 6, double dice 5 and 3, 5 and 5, 3 and 4. If we run it again, tails, heads, heads, 6, 5, 3, 2, 5, 1, 1, 3, 5, and again heads, tails, heads, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 4, 5, 1, 2. So that's our code. Okay, so now we've seen how we can use rand. Let's see if we can just create a small game. So part B, we have the race. So we're going to choose a number of runners. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4 upwards. So you're likely to have at least 2 runners. So we're going to example where we have 4 or 6. Give it a random number. We've just chosen from 1 to 100 and the winner gets a high score. So let's play. So here we've got 4 and a high score was 79. You can see our results in a list and the winner was number 1 with 79. Now let's try with 6 runners. The high score was 93. We can see our list of numbers. The high score 93. So how did we do that? Well, we just used random from 1 to 100. The dashes, we just done the dash times by the score, which is going to be the number, and then we're just going to print that number. So we've got the runner, if you like, either 1, 2, 3 or 4, the dashes and then the score at the end. We put that in a for loop. If we've got 4 runners, that's 4 entries. We don't include the last number in the range, so we're just going to add 1 to that. So that's our for loop. We need to keep a record of the high score, so we do that by using an if statement. So if score is greater than highest, then highest equals score, and then the winner will be the loop variable. So here's the code for the game with the race. We start off the for loop, get the random score, print that, append it in the results, keep a record of the highest score, and at the end we print all of the scores and highest score. Seems straightforward. So let's have a look at that in the code. We've added the function for the race, set some variables. We have a for loop, the random number up to 100. We create the dashes to show each score. Also, when we call this, we're going to say how many entrants in the race. So let's start off with 4. Here's the code, and we're just going to move the window over to see all of the race. So let's try off with 4. Let's try off with the loop just once. Let's run that again. So here we have the winner was 93. So the coin, tails, dice 4, 5 and 4. Winner 93. Let's run it again. Here the winner was 49, quite low. Let's try a race with 6 entrants. Here we got the winner was 74. So you can see the results in the list, the winner number 2 and the score 74. So that worked correctly. Let's go back to the code, and we leave you with the code here. Okay, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe.